Okay, come on, girls. We gotta go get drone stuff. It's up there somewhere. Joey, look up if you respect Chris Rosser's opinion on cameras. Joey, look up if you think Walksnail's the superior digital system. Joey, look up if you think Bardwell should be sponsored by Keeps.com. Joey, look up if analog's better than digital. Yeah, that boy.
Hello. So there's... Here you are?
Yeah, I know my audio is trash. It's being dealt with. The order is already made. Just stay calm. I don't want to hear it in the comments. Okay, thanks. Bye.
There's goggles, power for goggles. Yes. A drone. Yes. Crossfire drone, of course. Yeah. And then spare props. Yeah.
So I'm back out in the field again. I'm going to do the same penetration test as last video, but with different equipment. We got Old Man with us, and May and Luna. As part of the flight crew, they're going to be visual observers for following the drone through the field, just so that we can keep it legal. The equipment, we have analog goggles, Goggles V2, Goggles 2, Apex analog, Teeny Hawk with Vista, Nazgul, a Dead Cat 5-inch with O3 module, and the Tango 2 control unit. First flight, we're going to do Apex analog, just to get a baseline of where I'm coming from. And after the baseline, we're going to use the Vista with the V2s. And we're going to use the Vista, try it with the Goggles 2. And after that, we're going to do the O3 air module with the V2 goggles. And then right after that, we're going to do O3 module with Goggles 2. And I know a lot of you out there want to know about the DJI controller, but we're not going to be using the DJI controller. We're using 900 megahertz to maintain a control link that is separate from our video, because with the DJI system, if you have a video cutout, you also get a control failsafe, which I will show you right now in some videos why you don't want that. So here I am in Quebec, about to put 400 feet of rock between me and my goggles. And at that moment there, when my video cut out, my controller would have cut out too if I was using a DJI controller, and I would have smashed straight into the rock. But I was able to mentally level out, shoot for the sky, and recover and get my drone back, thankfully, because I was using Crossfire. And here's another example from last week where I was diving the river while testing the new O3. Not where I thought I was, and video cut out, system froze. I was able to mentally level out, sort of, even though I was rolling to the left constantly. And then signal came back 5 seconds later. I was able to level out. Again, if I was using a DJI controller, that would have been a completely different story. My drone would have fail-safed, and I would not have been able to recover. I just would have went nose first straight down into the river, and that would have been it. No more drone. With these tests today, I'm likely going to be pushing past video cut. So we want to maintain our control with the separate system so that we can fail-safe the drone on our own. We can disarm the drone instead of fail-safe the drone. When drone fail-safes, you're going to get at least 2 seconds, or what do you have it set to, where the drone's going to be on its own, just sort of mindlessly controlling itself. We don't want that. That's dangerous. We just want to be able to quickly disarm, because we're going to be doing low proximity flight along the ground, and we just want to be safe. Anything you want to contribute before?
Another fun day walking with the dogs and watching the high-tech communications technology, radio control technology. As an electrical engineer, I love this new drone technology. So wonderful to see how it's developed over the years.
And here's post-processing Tom from the future, here to provide some audio commentary to help keep engagement while we do these DVR reviews. As you can see, my system's very beat up and super flickery. But yeah, this is just the traditional analog. This is what I flew for 3 years, what I'm used to. Not the best system, and I've blown up the image size dramatically. At the end of the video, I'll show you a comparison of all of them in their native resolutions on a 4K canvas. There's the old man and the dogs. He's getting ready to follow us in, and then this is where we turn in. I think I'll start most flights from here moving forward, just for sake of saving you guys some time. But as we start to go in, you start to notice the color fringing. We're getting some little breakup. This is the traditional analog fall off. First you get all the color specklies, then they get a little more intense, and then your sky starts to get all weird. And then here we go, as things start to go all black and white, we lose color completely, and then you're able to fly a little bit off silhouettes. This is a lot easier if you have you're way up in the sky and have a horizon, but trying to go through the forest here, it's really complicated. I'm just trying to line up the edge of the path, but we're just completely done here, and we're down and out. So here we are with the V2 goggles running a Caddx Vista at 1200 megawatts, whichever it is. You can see we're still at 500 megabits, but that'll soon start to descend. And keep an eye on the delay timer towards the end here. This is my first time flying the V2, so this is my first time experiencing focus mode, which was pretty weird. Honestly, really don't like it. I tend to be the pilot that drifts sideways and doesn't really fly forward. So not having good definition on the side of the screen was really sketching me out. Focus mode is completely taking over the side. You have no idea what's going over on those edges. We're creeping up to about where analog gave out. I think it was right around here. No, it was around this bend here. I remember this is right here is where analog gave out, and we're able to keep going even though we're at 3, and we're getting a little fast forward. Look at the delay. We're dropping frames, and as a result, we're up to like 600 millisecond delay there. So it seems like when the Vista drops frames, the DVR just fast forwards to the skip frames. I know the Fact Shark DVR does the same thing. So you found it okay?
Got it okay. It was upside down. Good thing for bright colored props.
Yeah.
I would have missed it. It was about 1 meter off the trail, just in a little slight hollow.
Okay, if you want to come warm up in the car, we're going to plug it into the computer and update the firmware to the new 03 firmware.
Another kilometer run?
Yeah, another couple.
And so I'm hearing those stories over and over again. We heard a story from Lisa in Bradford.
So here we are with the brand new DJI Goggles 2 and the freshly updated firmware version of the Caddx Vista. Main reason I'm out here today is I wanted to test this specific set of hardware so that I could influence my own purchasing power, because I was super interested in getting some Vistas so that I can fly digital with the new Goggles 2. But as you'll see by what's coming up, I'm rather questioning if it's not worth saving the $100 and spending the $100 more to get the 03, because my goodness, just watch what happens right here. You can see focus mode setting in super intense. My megabits per second is down to like 5, and then oh my god, my frame rate is dropping. What is happening? I don't even know what to say.
It was about halfway down the trail from the bridge to the...
It was the closest yet, eh?
Yeah, it was only about 100 yards down from the bridge.
Yeah.
Not the 200, 300 yards.
The latency got really crazy compared to normal. I kind of want to fly it again, just see if it's me or if it's the firmware, because like, you know, I consistently did that line with the analog and with the old goggles, and now with the new firmware and the new goggles, I should have been able to do better, but the latency just got crazy, and I couldn't
That'd kill you.
I couldn't
trying to
fly
go
it.
That'd
There
kill
was
you.
too much delay, and I was just overcorrecting, and because of the latency, I can't react on my overcorrections. So I just want to try again.
Yeah.
See if it's me as a pilot, or see if I'm like gonna consistently screw it up.
Because
Okay, so here we go on attempt number 2, and I was feeling completely demoralized and traumatized and just like unhappy, because I was really looking forward to ordering some Vistas to put in some lightweight frames to run with the digital system. I held off on getting the V2s or the V1s because they are box goggles and they're so uncomfortable on my face. They give me headaches. I can't wear them. They make me crazy. So I was super happy with the Goggle 2, but then here we are in this moment testing to see if I'm going to get frame rate drops again. Never in my life in FPV did I expect we would get variable frame rate in our goggle feed, but here it is. Welcome to the new Vista firmware. So, you know, here I am feeling pretty demoralized, feeling like the Goggles 2 aren't as good as the V2s. So I figured, you know what, let's put the new firmware on the V2 goggles and test out the 03 and see how they compare to the Goggle 2 doing the same run. Sorry, there's no SRT file, and apparently canvas mode just does not work because we have no data, be it megabits per second. I could see it in the goggles, but for some reason it is not in the DVR. But I was doing this flight trying to convince myself the Goggles 2 was a good purchase. They're better than the V2s. It was worth it. You should have made this decision, Tom. It was a good one. But let's just prove that the V2s are worse than the Goggle 2s. So here we are, starting to push in. No focus mode. I'm flying 120 frames per second, which was pretty interesting to see firsthand. But like, look at this, where Still super clear on all the branches. There's no focus mode anywhere. This is coming up to the bend where analog gave out, where most systems gave out. It was around this second bend here that most of the systems gave out on us. But see, we're getting a little blurries, but we're still having like very minimal latency. I had no latency whatsoever coming through this, so I was able to control it and still fly appropriately. You can see my micro correction reaction time is like super on point there, and for some reason we're not getting breakup. We're able to get through. The V2s are incredible. The V2s with O3 is the absolute best video system on the market right now. The Goggle 2s are put to shame by the V2s with O3. This is something that needs to be fixed, DJI. Please, I don't know what you did, but could you like maybe give me 810p with 120 frames per second, or just like something, whatever you did here, you did right. So please do what you did here with the Goggles 2. You didn't find the drone.
No.
Yeah, I did the full loop.
That's what I hoped you did, because I searched for a little bit and I said, because the dogs and I broke into a run.
The old goggle system
Yep.
with the new VTX is like insanely good
Wow.
compared to anything. And I want to try the new system once more, just to like make sure, because I was like a little higher. It might have just been that I flew like a couple feet higher, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have the same struggles with this one that I did.
Could be propagation close to the ground or further higher up making a little difference for radio waves.
If that's the case, are we just gonna have to do them all again?
No. Like, how many kilometers have I gone?
I don't
How many times around there? 6 kilometers already? I'm getting whipped.
Okay.
I was snoozing already.
And the final flight of the day. Here we are. If you could tell by the last voiceover, I'm feeling a little riled up about all of this, but here I was trying to convince myself once again, Goggle 2 was a worthwhile purchase. I know we can make it through. We made it through a couple days ago, so we can do it again, right? Let's just push through, see what happens. So I mean, I got the goggles too because they're closer to the HCO2. They're not box goggles, they're actual binocular goggles. Super nice form fitting on the face for me, way more comfortable, don't give me headaches. So I would love it, considering that they're the newer technology running on the same transmission system, that they would be better. But as you can see, everything's starting to blur out. This is where analog gave out. And then here we are going around the bend. Latency goes to crap, starting to get judders. Can't see a single thing, and we're out. So here's all the DVRs laid out in their native resolution, at least according to how the DVR has recorded them. Analog in the left middle, Goggles 2 on the left side, Goggles 2 on the right side, Vista on the top, O3 on the bottom. And I find it interesting that the O3 in the bottom left is the smallest, and it performed the absolute best. The O3 V2s has the smallest image, and it was the only one that was able to make it all the way through. I'll just let this play out, and you can watch for yourself and see what you think. Oh, and if you feel like you've gained a few brain cells and actually taken something from this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and leave us a comment, because it helps with the YouTube gods. There it is. Goggles 203 is down, and V203 is the last man standing. So I started this journey at 6 a.m. this morning, charging batteries, Here we are now. It's 12:46 in the evening. Honestly, don't know really what to say other than, are the Goggle 2 an upgrade? I would say, form factor wise, Goggles 2 are an upgrade. They're not box goggles, they're binocular goggles. The screens inside them look better. They're a form function and they look prettier. Are they better than the V2s? Again, in a form function, yes, the screen looks better, they fit better, they sit better. As a video receiver, which is what their core function is, nah, they're a downgrade. The V2s are better as it stands right now. All there is to do is just wait for better firmwares and hope that DJI makes their new technology better than their old technology, but all we can do is wait and hope and pray. And also we can pray to the wizard god at True RC, Hugo. Hopefully he'll make some good antennas for us. So the Goggles 2 are a downgrade, but the O3 compared to the Vista is a massive upgrade. If you're running V2s, get yourself an O3. It's incredible the difference. It's a little windy, let's hold on for a second. So the O3, that's where the real upgrade is, not in the Goggles 2, that's the downgrade. But if you own V2 goggles, get yourself an O3. That's an incredible upgrade. Penetration's way better, feed's way better, it's all around better. The O3 is definitely worth the extra $100 for a V2 owner. Hopefully they fix the Vistas, because backwards compatibility is here, but it's horrible. It's non-usable. Analog performed better than the Goggles 2 with the Vista. Analog had better penetration. Technology from the 70s is better than the technology that DJI just put out in 2022. Wait, analog's from like the 50s, isn't it? Yeesh. Anyways, I guess all that's left to do is make good use of these Goggles 2 and this Vista that Joey lent me. So he lives about a kilometer that way. According to the website, according to DJI, this Vista is rated for 4 kilometers. I know what floor he lives on. I know what balcony is his. He's over there waiting for me. We're just gonna send it. Plus, I don't really want to walk over there. It's about a kilometer in the cold. Oh, we're on the wrong system, of course. It's a little windy, but here comes your teeny hawk, Joey. Oh, we gotta record manually, because it doesn't record when you press the button. Why would it record by itself? You gotta do it manually. Okay, here we go. Here we come, Joey. And we're off. You see those lights in the middle there? That's Joey's tower. We're on our way, Joey. Here we come. I think we can make it. We're already like halfway through our battery here, apparently. Oh no, what's happening? My frame rate. Oh, wait, up. Oh, I'm sorry, Joey. Yeah, no manufacturer is ever gonna trust me to ever review any of their products, so please drop a like, subscribe. It would help, because they're not gonna. Okay, bye.